Now at 1:30, Catlyn Jenner for governor. The former Olympic champion turned reality star is throwing her hat into the political arena. This is the KTLA 5 News at 1:30. I'm Lou Parker.
And I'm Glenn Walker. Jenner's announcement follows a rich tradition of celebrities who sought the California governor's chair.
Following former President Ronald Reagan and former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, the 71-year-old tweeted the announcement this morning. Jenner is a longtime Republican and is seeking to replace Governor Gavin Newsom if a recall election is held. Now, we should know if that will happen next week. Election officials have until next Thursday to actually verify at least 1.4 million valid signatures. And once several procedural steps are then completed, the Secretary of State has the responsibility of announcing that the recall will or will not go forward.
Jenner's announcement adds celebrity to an uncertain time here in California politics and the possible recall election.
And joining us right now to discuss this surprise development is political consultant, one of our favorites, Matt Klink. Hi, Matt. Great to see you.
Hey, Lou. Great to see you, too. Hi, Glenn.
Hi. Okay, so Matt, obviously Newsom's recall has a lot to do with his handling of the pandemic. How do you think this announcement affects the momentum of the recall campaign?
I don't think it has any hand all other than gaining some news coverage. Right now, the recall, if it were held today, even if it qualified for the ballot, would lose. And I think that come November, when this election will be held, with the pandemic behind us, schools open, and the economy chugging along, Gavin Newsom, well, he's taking this seriously. He's not going to lose a recall vote.
Does this surprise you, this announcement?
No, it doesn't, Lou. In fact, if you remember back to 2003, there were 135 candidates that filed to run should Gray Davis be recalled, and Arnold Schwarzenegger captured the overwhelming majority of the vote. You know, the problem for Republicans right now is Republicans only have 24% of the registered voters in the state, and there are already 5 Republican candidates. So if the Republicans split that vote, it means that, one, the voters still have to recall Gavin Newsom, but then they have to choose his replacement, which, if with 5 in the race, it's highly unlikely that that would occur.
So speaking of those, we've got the Republican challengers, John Cox and Kevin Faulconer. Those are the most well-known. So if Catlyn Jenner does step in here and this moves forward, what would she bring to the race?
That's the unknown question. Ms. Jenner does not have a history of community or political involvement. In fact, I believe there was an article this week that said that she hasn't voted regularly. And I doubt that the vast majority of Californians even remember Catlyn Jenner when she was Bruce Jenner, the decathlon champion in 1976. They know her more for her recent involvement in the public eye. But I don't think that that's enough to get her elected to office. No one knows where she stands on issues. So I think it's a huge question mark. Other than some notoriety for her name, I don't know, other than that, what she brings to the table.
Well, she is known for being a conservative, but, of course, you can't do anything in politics without money. Governor Newsom has had a huge fundraising campaign to fight this recall, raising a lot of money from Democrats. Jenner got the celebrity name, but will she be able to raise money? I think if she actually goes to her ex-wife and stepdaughter, she'd probably be fine. But
yeah, I was going to say, if she can tap her family's wealth, she'll have no problem. But let's not forget, John Cox is independently wealthy. Doug Osee, a former congressman from Northern California, who also has indicated he wants to run if the recall happens. He's from wealth. So there's a lot of money there. But again, Gavin Newsom is raising money to encourage people to vote against the recall. Because remember, this is a 2-vote ballot. You have to vote for the recall, and then you choose the replacement. If the first vote fails, the second vote's irrelevant.
All right, you always break it down well. Thank you, Matt Klink. Great to see you. Cool office, too. Okay.
Right, thanks, Matt.
Bye.